This is the entire Wave 2 of the 2020 Barbie Fashionistas, redressed and restyled by me, of course. In this video, I'm going to be doing a skin tone comparison of the various fashionistas to different made-to-move bodies to see which ones are a match. Let's start our comparison with Fashionista 155 and Fashionista 158. They have basically the same skin tone. It's a pale skin tone with a bit of pink underneath it. 155 has a bit more orange in her skin tone than 158, but they're pretty much the same skin tone, and they would match any basic made-to-move Barbie like Fashionista 165. So if you have a pink top made-to-move, they are a match. These fashionistas would also match the Barbie baseball made-to-move doll, and as you can see, it would be a good match. So basically, if you can get a made-to-move doll with a Millie face mold, then it's probably going to match these two girls. So let's do a comparison of the baseball made-to-move to Fashionista 165. Fashionista 165 is pretty much an exact match for the baseball made-to-move Barbie. She might be a hair paler, but not by much, and if you're trying to do a match, they would work. The best match for Fashionista 156 is actually going to be our newest made-to-move doll, Fashionista 166. They're not an exact match, but they are close enough. However, you might not have any extra of her lying around since she's new, so let's compare her to the yellow top made-to-move. I thought from promo pictures that 156 would match the yellow top, but as you can see, there is a substantial difference in their skin tone. She might possibly work with the BMR Fashionista, the petite one. There is a bit of difference, but you could possibly make it work. If we compare her to the floral ponytail made-to-move, you can see this difference is also too much, and she wouldn't really match. Fashionista 157 would be a good match for the curvy dancer made-to-move body. They're pretty close, and for me, when I am putting my dolls on made-to-move, I like to keep their original body type if I can. So the fact that she can fit on the curvy dancer makes me pretty happy, but let's do a couple more comparisons. 157 would also be a pretty good match for the tall basketball player. Their skin tones are similar enough that they would match, so if you want the dimple girl to be tall, that would work. Last, if you want to put her on an original body, the floral bun made-to-move girl would be a pretty acceptable match as well. It's not exact, but you could get away with it. Fashionista 159 would be a good skin tone match for the Kira BMR girl. They both have some yellow undertones in their skin, and they would be a good match. Now, I originally was hating on 159 in my unboxing. She wasn't my favorite. But now without her clothes and without the visor, I like her a lot more. I think her head is still a little big for her body. But if you swapped her onto an original size made-to-move body like this Kira one, I think she would be even cuter. For Fashionista 160, you have a lot of options for articulation. First, she would be a good match for the purple top made-to-move. If you want to make her tall, you could put her on this BMR 1959 girl, and as you can see, they are a pretty good match as well. You could also make her curvy with the floral curvy made-to-move doll. Last, if you don't mind sacrificing some articulation for cool tattoos, and you happen to have the Divergent Tris Barbie lying around, you could swap these two girls. Unfortunately, Fashionista 161 does not have a perfect made-to-move match. The curvy Made to Move Dancer is just too light. That one is not really gonna work. But if you don't mind putting her on an original body, there are two that you could possibly get away with. You could possibly put 161 on the brunette Made to Move soccer player, although she's a little too light. Or you could put her on a yellow top Made to Move, even though she's a shade too dark. Either way, you could possibly make it work, but 161 just doesn't have anyone who matches her exactly. Now 166 does not need a Made to Move body because she already has one, but I thought it would be fun to compare her to other Made to Move skin tones that we've seen. So this is the yellow top. 166 has more red undertones, whereas the yellow top has more yellow undertones in her skin. Compared to the BMR 1959 Petite, she has more blue undertones, cool undertones, I would say, compared to 166, but they are pretty close. Last, let's compare her to the floral ponytail Made to Move. She also has cooler undertones than 166, and they are definitely different skin tones. Now let's move to looking at the Ken Fashionistas. This is 162, and he unfortunately does not have a Made to Move match. This is the BMR 1959 Ken, who is the darkest Made to Move that we have. There's a huge difference in their skin tones. The BMR 1959 Ken could get away with quite a few fashionistas, but this one just would not work, unfortunately. Last, we have Ken Fashionista 163 and Ken Fashionista 164. And I'm sure the question that's on everyone's mind is, will they match Ken Fashionista 167? Let's take a look. I think so. They might not be perfect matches. Well, actually, I think they will be a perfect match. So, who is going to get this Ken body? Yep, pretty good match. This concludes our Fashionista skin tone comparison. Hopefully that answered any questions that you have and you're able to pick out the right Made to Move body for your dolls. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lot of Barbies to redress.